What's up? Good morning, guys. I want to welcome guys back to my channel. This is the voice and face of FX Adventure. Just at the top of the screen there, I believe you can see my face. All right. On the other hand, I want to say a beautiful morning to each and every one of you. Again, good morning to each and every one of you. This is the voice of FX Adventure, and that is me at the top of your screen there. So today I want to kick off by making sure that I ask this important question, which is, I hope you guys prayed. If you've not done your morning devotion, please do so and put us in prayer. With that said, in this morning section, I've already started looking at the chart and I'm pretty much drawing out the important levels we'll be looking at today, just like we've been doing for other days, right? For the guys that have been joining the live streaming, I believe you guys know the drill already. Just in case for whoever or whom it may concern that is coming across this channel for the first time, what we do here every day, we do live streaming, basically morning section, afternoon section, and in this morning section we've started with looking at the DXY. I think I've gone through the DXY, Euro USD, British Pound. I'm currently on the Aussie Dollar USD. For the guys that joined the live streaming yesterday, I hope you guys had a great one. For me, it was awesome, it was fantastic, and some of the decisions we made was actually the best in my own personal opinion. We saw a profit on Euro USD. I know some of you guys might still be holding that position. I don't know if you're holding it. If you're holding it, you can let us know in the chat section if you're joining us live. And for me, I closed mine and it was in profit. I actually took another trade on Aussie Dollar USD, and when we saw that that market wasn't going so fantastic, we closed it as early as we can, and that was one of the best decisions I would say I made yesterday, because it saved me from a stop loss hit. Because just looking at the chart, the Aussie dollar later went back to hit the stop loss. With that said, that's for yesterday. So for today, we are looking at a wonderful day and pretty much just going through the chart, coming up with my own speculation and maybe the things that I'm looking out for in the market, depending on what price is doing, okay? So just to give you guys a slight explanation before I head back to start drawing out important points, I have an interesting setup here on all the major pairs, most especially Euro USD and British Pound USD. Remember yesterday we sold them. That's the drawing there. This is the Euro USD drawing. This drawing you see here is actually our yesterday's setup. So for today, I'm looking to do the opposite of yesterday. All right, today I'm looking to do the opposite of what? Yesterday. So what I'm looking out for in price today is if we can get a very sweet, nice sell-off. All right, maybe that sell-off will be the sell-off that we use in hitting our TP for yesterday. So maybe we might see price rush for that TP. Then after that, we expect them to gradually reverse, violate this trend line, and of course, the sky will be our limit. So this is the plan here on Euro USD. All right, I'll show you guys something that I saw yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, when I was back testing yesterday, I saw something very interesting. I'll still share with you guys. All right, so this is for Euro USD. On British Pound USD, same story, not much difference. As you can see, the drawings or even the setup looks very similar. All right, this drawing here was a call on yesterday's trade. That was a very beautiful sell-off there on British pound. But where I want to gravitate your attention to is the current price action. And here, same story, nothing different. What do we expect? We expect our expectation, which would be the best case scenario for us, will be for price to do what? Trade outside, then maybe give us a wiggle bounce. After that, taking this trend line, and of course, the sky will be our limit. So those are the two expectations I have on British Pound USD and Euro USD for this morning section. Everything I'm talking about now is only for this morning section, all right? And it is subject to change because price is yet to fulfill all the expectation that we are already, having in our mind and the kind of setup we would want to see. So if price starts to give us that setup, it becomes exciting. But if price decides to do otherwise, we have no option but to do what? Fold our arms and wait until we see something that aligns with what we want. So with that said, I just want to give you guys an idea of where we are and what we're currently doing. And with that, I'll be heading back straight to the chart so that we can pretty much have an understanding of the other items that I have on the watch list. All right, with that said, hope you've liked the video. If you like what we do here, and if you've not subscribed, maybe it's your first time, make sure you hit the subscription button and turn on the notification to get notified whenever we start this live streaming, which we'll do every weekday, Monday to Friday. Thank you. As you enjoy this morning section, let's head back straight to the chart. Aussie dollar saw an expansion in the night. In the midnight, Aussie dollar went for a serious expansion. So, in my opinion, I think the Q2 might be a ranging one. So, I'm not going to be much interested in what Aussie dollar might do here. But overall, it kind of the guy that looks very, very interesting. But no, not going for that one. By the way, I think BTC is looking good for a sell. If I can get it on a sell and it sells aggressively, would be an interesting one. Hello, good morning, my guy. Good morning. I'm just seeing your chat. I'm so sorry. I hope you're still there, but I'm just seeing your chat. How's it going today? Yeah, it's going great. It's been an awesome year. We've spent barely. We spent barely 4 days here, and within those 4 days, it's been awesome. I must say, it's been awesome. All right. So sorry, I'm just seeing your chat. I'm focused on the chart, like trading view. So whenever I come back to the live streaming dashboard, that's the only time I can see the activities here. So forgive me if I don't respond on time to your messages, but yeah, keep it coming because I will most likely check them out and I'll respond to them. Okay. So another thing, if you're joining us live, you have any currency pair you would want us to look at, please feel free to drop it in the chat section so we can look at it together. In the meantime, hope anybody that joined us live, you've liked the video, share with your family, friends, and well wishers so that we can make sure that we get viral. This year's year, I would want us to go viral, but most likely, I would also want us to be profitable beyond our imagination. Let me put it that way. I would want us to be profitable beyond our imaginations. So for you, good morning, Chief. I say good morning to you too, my brother. And for my day, the day is going fine. And I believe from what I'm seeing on the price, from what I'm seeing in the market, I see good opportunity. And if it plays out very well, I think it's going to be another awesome profitable day. All right, so for me, let's get back to why we are here, and I would urge you guys to keep the message coming. I really appreciate each and every one of you that is making it fun here. All right, so as I said, I think BTC might be looking for a sell. All right, based off on what I see here, I would be looking for a sell. So I'm just going to prep my trend line, and once I'm done prepping the trend line, I would move it straight up. I think I want to capture this part. All right, so for me, like I said, BTC here is looking like a sell. All right, it's obviously looking like a sell. So what I'm going to do now is I will pull up my trend line, our trend line, okay, and we will be taking it from the previous day low. So if I take it from the previous day low, do you see how that aligns properly? You don't see me drawing out the trend line. I had to draw this trend line outside, then pull it into the price, right? Do you see how it automatically aligns itself to what price is currently doing here? So for me, this looks good. The only thing I would want to see is if BTC can take out this top before selling. That would give us a more, wiggle room, if I'll put it that way. But I like what I see here. I'm going to pay attention now to see what BTC does with the internal structure that is currently forming here in the Q2 of the day. All right. And another thing I would want to look at to be sure that we are in the right place at the right time is the PD array. All right, just to make sure we are at the right place. And the middle point I see is actually there, that red line that I just drew right now. That's the middle point. That's the midpoint there, that trend, that red line. And you can see that price is rejecting immediately. It goes into that the bearish territory, reject. So I think we are good here. I would want to see price trade up a little bit more before coming down. So what I envision is this. I'm going to remove this because I want the chart to be as clean as I can get it. What I expect to see is price to, trade up, maybe somewhere around there. This is expectation number one. All right, something like that. Or best case scenario, which will be very, very nice to see, will be something like this, where price goes all the way up there, you feel me, before now gradually coming to take us all the way out. So those are the two expectations that I would want. Obviously the bigger one, which is this guy here, is the more this one will give me more confidence. If I see this expectation, my confidence and the probability greatly increases. But regardless of that, if the small one plays out also, that might be something good. But the only issue I have with that guy is the fact that maybe the Asian high is not yet taken out and there is possibility of price still wanting to go there. But the most important thing that I would love to see, first of all, is for price to trade up first before we make any decision. So I like what I see here on BTC. I'm going to move it at the top of the watch list because I'll be interested to see what happens after. All right, so we'll touch base on gold and we'll continue our story from there. Okay. Well, if you sit back, like I told you guys, there was something that I saw yesterday from my back testing. That was my first time experiencing it, and I had to do some extensive back testing on it, and I saw it's something that I would want to, I'll not say try out just like that, but long story short, actually it's line chart. I figured out that immediately I switched my chart to line chart, there was this calmness that came over me. Like everything was so easy to look at. The price was very easy to look at. I'll show you guys. I just want to make sure that I have all the important levels drawn out so that we don't go and be doing the wrong thing. As a matter of fact, let me use this gold. I think I want to start here. Okay, see, told you. So what do you see here? What do you guys see? You see how immediately I switched it. Immediately I switched it to line, it becomes very, it removes a lot of, okay, I won't say a lot of noise. They kind of looks like noise, but I don't execute with line. But I use the line to just look at what, to filter out some of the noise to get the proper trend, So right now I can categorically tell you that if I want anything to happen here, I'll be looking for this top here to be taken out. I'm using line chart line graph now to draw it out, but after drawing it out, I'll switch it back to candle. It's crazy, right? Well, when I saw it yesterday, I was very excited. And there is something about it, although I've not really validated the potentiality or the probability of getting a loss if we are wrong on it, right? But one thing I know that I saw yesterday, it gives you an early entry even before the trend line is broken. The confirmation is more earlier compared to using trend line. We all use trend line, and you guys know already how we use it, right? For the guys that have been joining my live streaming, bad way. But if you've not been joining my live streaming, don't worry. If you spend more time here, you would figure it out yourself too. But the point I'm just trying to make is that with line chart, what I figured out yesterday from my back testing section was an early confirmator, if I'll put it that way, an early confirmator. So it's something exciting for me. I'm very excited. I saw it. Trust me, I was very excited when I saw it. Extremely excited when I saw it. Very, very excited when I saw it. So for me, I'll be using same leg here. So for me, I'm very interested to see what gold is going to do. Gold is looking very good, in my opinion. It's something I will want to take, and I'll be looking to jump on it if I get the confirmation right about now. So already I can see the high that I would want gold to take out, which is this guy here. I've already marked it out using the line chart. So now I'm going to switch over to what? To the candle chart. So right there, if I see any candle that is trading above this will I call it trend line or horizontal line, as the case may be, here, any crossover there, I will jump on it like my life depends on it, and that will be the first time we'll be trading line, or we'll be trading a market that is confirmed using line, if I put it that way. So I would recommend we'll try it out with a very small amount of money, because it's not totally new, because we built it on top of our already existing strategy. We are only introducing it as a level of a confirmator, with the advantage, or leveraging on the advantage, that it will give us an early confirmation in price. Okay, so let's see how this is going to play out. I'm going to move this at the top of my watch list. I love gold. Gold is looking good also this morning. I think I have a couple of guys that are looking too good this morning. I hope this is not the day price would the market makers would want to wreck everybody. We don't pray for that, but the point I'm just trying to have how many items now that is aligned into our setup: Euro USD, British Pound USD, UX oil, BTC, and gold. Those are the guys that we see that is currently aligned with what we expect from price to happen. All right, so let's go over again to see other guys we have here. I've already looked at S&P 500, so there is no need for me to look at any other thing that has to do with indices. I'm not interested. I don't like the thing I saw on S&P 500, so today is not the day I'll be looking at that. USD CHF, I think it's high time I'll start removing some items here. For me, this guy, not interested. I'm not interested. You, not interested. What are you guys doing? You, who is this guy? Oxy dollar CHF, obviously not interested. Zcash, for Zcash, I have some friends that wanted me to help them look at this market, so that's why I have it on my watch list. I'm not currently trading this market, but I'm just watching it to get updates, and to update the guys that asked me to help look at it, right? I think the rest of the items I have here, they are not my go-to market, and maybe I would want to leave them alone. So I think we have enough to work with in this morning section. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 market that is aligned with what we expect based on the price action that we are currently seeing around there. Remember, our attention is going largely towards gold. Gold somehow is looking good for a buy. The line graph also kind of is telling us, filtering out the noise and giving us a more clearer part of what's going on there, and it looks good in my own personal opinion. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the other market now and with the line and see how clean we can get to look at them. All right, so we're going to flip this to line. As you guys can see obviously here on Euro USD managed to break out of the trend line, just looking at it with the line graph. But the only issue I have now with it is the fact that the internal structure right now is now a little bit misaligned with what I would wanted market to do. So for me, patience is the key. You can decide to jump on it now, which I wouldn't recommend you do, because of course that is not what I expect market to do. If price is not doing what I expect it to do, it's better we leave it alone, because for us to jump on it means we'll be risking actual money, and of course nobody is ready to be giving free money anyhow, anywhere. So for me, we would exercise more patience on that to make sure and to be clear on what price wants to do. Same thing is happening here. Remember, I told you guys we wanted price to trade down first, but you can see instead of doing that, price is going up first, and that's not what we want price to do. I know it might be what's the word now? It might be sounding contradictory to you guys, which is fine, but like I said, expectation over whatever price is doing, because the expectation is what guides you towards that direction where you want to go. So if price is meeting your expectation, it means price is with you. But if price is not meeting your expectation, it means you need to step aside and observe more, or maybe leave the market totally. So for me, Euro USD and British Pound USD, price is now doing its own thing. That is not what we expect. So we will now have to sit back and relax. But plan B, we'll come to the plan B, but I would want to go over all the items, the ones that we've already picked out. We'll go over them using the line graph. Then we'll come back to British Pound and Euro USD to discuss the potentiality of having a plan B around it. There is always a plan B, but the best case scenario the best thing that I would have wanted to see there would have been the plan A. And the plan A is what? The plan A is as simple as seeing those expectations met. All right, remember, let me reiterate again, just in case if you guys don't get me proper. What I'm just trying to say is that we had an expectation on Euro USD, we had an expectation on British Pound USD. If you guys remember, I said our expectation was for price to do what? Go down first, then reverse for the up move that would take us above our trend line. That was what we wanted price to do. That's the expectation we wanted price to do. But now, coming back to this and using the line graph, we all can see that price did not meet our first expectation. All right, which means whatever plan we have built up based on that expectation, we now need to trash it we now need to trash it away, right? So what we're going to do now is we now have to come up with a plan B, because yeah, I do have a plan B. I do my back testing, I observe the market, so I know there is always a plan B, but the plan A is always the best plan. Plan B is always shaky, but it works, but feel me. Left for me, I would want to stick with plan A, but if there is no plan A, maybe we can do plan B. But after plan B, I don't have plan C. No, we don't do plan C here. It's, as a matter of fact, plan B is like the last resort. We only stick to the plan A, but I know there is a plan B. But that's by the way, let's not waste time there. So the point I'm just trying to make is we might have to come up with a plan B for these two. When I mean these two, I mean the Euro USD and the British Pound USD. All right, so that's my own personal opinion. I'm not saying that price cannot decide to start buying right away. It's very, very possible, but that's not the way we trade here. We trade with expectations, we trade with a strategy, we trade with setup. So that's the thing I want to point out to you guys. All right, so now we'll be looking at the UX oil again, because that's another guy that I like. It kind of looks like what I would want to see price to do. All right, same story, just similar story to what I told you guys on in the likes of British Pound and Euro USD. All right, here I'm looking for a buy. Obviously you guys can see the trend line we have the secondary trend line, we have the primary trend line. For the guys that joined the live streaming yesterday, they already know the meaning of primary trend line and they know the meaning of secondary trend line. But just for the guys that maybe did not make it in the live streaming section yesterday, secondary trend line is basically the trend line we picked from the internal structure, whereas primary trend line is like a bigger picture of the trend that we are observing. What does that mean? It means that secondary trend line influence or power or authenticity compared to the primary trend line is of a lesser, right? So I would say primary trend line will give you a much more bigger confirmation towards the direction you expect it to go, and in this case, of course, up direction. And secondary trend line will still give you the change in the trend, but it's more of an internal structured change compared to an external structured change. All right, so that's basically the two trend lines you see here. Another thing I would want you guys to watch out for is the parallel trend that price might be using much later in the day in trying to drive price up. So something like this, you will see there is a middle line there. So, but this, by the way, we are not trying to build up a lot of things here. So let's just go straight to the expectation. So what we expect on UX oil is for price to trade down. If they're able to trade down below this low here, that's fine. If they're not able to do it, it's still okay. Anything around there is okay. Then we can now gradually wait for price to do what? Take out this trend line, and of course we'll now be driving it all the way up for the previous day high. Okay, that's the plan here on UX oil. So if we're able to get something like this is the expectation we want. Price to do what? It's good that price is currently trading down. If they can trade down as much as possible, maybe even outside here, fantastic. But if they are not able to do outside, at least take out the low, this low, the line low here. If they're able to take it out, maybe keep us somewhere there. All right, I believe at that level they've already taken it out. Then a reversal that will take us above the trend line. Then we'll ride the market until we reach the primary trend line. Maybe towards when price will be reaching the primary trend line, we can decide to take partial profit. But if price comes down, then breaks the primary trend line, then we can continue the trend, riding it all the way to the previous day high. That is my own opinion of what I envision on UX oil. Mind you, this is on the 5-minute time frame, and all the things I'm saying here is based on the 5-minute time frame. So this is not like what is going to happen throughout the week. What we do here is day trading, right? So that's that about that. On BTC, let's look at BTC with the line graph and see what's going on there. Our expectation on BTC is for a sell. We want to sell BTC. All right, so what do we want to do? We want to sell BTC, which means ideally we would want the internal structure to go against us. I think I've already said that on BTC, right? But I don't think I said it with the line graph. So this is what I expect from BTC, right? Price go up, okay, just go up. If you can take out this high here, this top there, fine and good. If you can take out that top there, this is for BTC, fine and good. If you cannot, at least take out this top or this one, either of the two. But the one that I would love is this guy all the way there. because if price can reach there, it will build a lot of liquidity while trying to get there, and those liquidity would be the profit we'll be riding when we will be entering the market for the sell. All right, so for me, that's my vision for BTC. But now we just have to wait for price to develop and give us the expectations before we jump on it. Then coming to gold, if I am coming to gold, what I would say is still that high. If price can take out this high, I will be jumping on gold. I am of the opinion that gold is looking good for a buy, in my own personal opinion. Although I have a little bit, my reserved opinion, considering the fact that gold is in a journey of finding new highs. So we don't know at what point gold will decide to give us the massive sell, but for now the setup looks good for a buy. So I'm sticking to what I'm seeing rather than what I presume. All right, so with that, sit back, relax as we wait patiently for the confirmation we are looking for. And once we get the confirmation, of course, we'll be jumping on it. Like what? I want to get it in the chat section. We'll be jumping on it like what? Like our life depends on it. With that, I hope you guys do have a wonderful day and you enjoyed our stay here. If you don't have anything, go get a popcorn and a drink while we sit back and wait through the setup to give us everything we need. And like I said, if you're joining us and you've not yet liked the video, I don't know what you're waiting for, because I believe you're enjoying it. And if you're enjoying it, please give us the like. And if you're enjoying it, please share our video. If you're enjoying it, spread the good news. If you're enjoying it, let's involve our friends so we can grow this community together. Okay, yeah. For the guys that joined the live streaming yesterday, I would want to know if you're currently joining us live and you took the Euro USD trade. I want to know your experience, because I know I gave the update on the Discord channel. And I don't know if you guys took my advice, but I know I said that I was closing the trade at some point, and when I dropped that message was when I closed my own setup. So I want to know. But come to think of it, if you consider the fact that you're still holding that setup, there is high chances that price will reach there, because now, based on the internal structure I see here, obviously price would want to race down towards that TP, just like I told you guys. But the only thing I don't like is the internal structure. So I remember I told you guys we'll need plan B, right? Let's discuss the plan B for Euro USD and British Pound USD. So the plan B we would want to see here would be I'm coming. I would want to record this, my plan B. All right, so now I remember I told you guys about plan B. All right, so the plan B on Euro USD and also on British Pound USD. This is not financial advice. Everything we do here is for educational purposes. I repeat, educational purposes. Now, education we do for here. We do education for here. We educate people for here. We educate people in here. We only try to educate people that are ready to learn. So we pass knowledge here. We are not here to tell you the next market that will give you all the money you look for in life, or tell you sell you a signal. No, we don't do that here. So this is not financial advice. I believe everybody that is joining this live streaming and the guys that have been with me in the live streaming, they already know that already. That's one is a standardized fact here. So nobody should sue me tomorrow saying that I advised them to go and invest in something that took their money. All right, so the point I'm just trying to say is your risk is on you. But here is the plan B. Let's not digress. Okay, the plan B here is as simple as, since we've seen price go up first, remember we said we wanted price to go down first. Fine. Since price decided to go up first, the plan B now needs to be well detailed and more ruthless, because we need price to really genuinely tell us that yes, that it wants to align itself. So what I expect price to do is trade down. This time around, I would want it to trade down very well. Very well. Then I would see a convincing reversal setup that would still take us back above this trend line again, maybe with a proper gap, proper fair value gap while doing that setup, right? Then we can jump on it for it to reverse back again. But left for me, as plan A didn't work out, we should just leave it and focus on other market that still have their plan, the plan A on site, in the likes of gold, in the likes of UX oil, in the likes of BTC. Those guys are yet to meet our first expectation though. But for gold has already met the first expectation. So what we are waiting on gold now is more of a confirmation. That's even what we are waiting on gold for. Is more of a confirmation for us on gold. But this first expectation looks good. So what we are waiting for on gold, like I said before, is more or less a confirmation. Period. With that, that's the plan B. You see, the plan B is not anything that took time. It was just a very simple thing, right? But like I said, plan A over plan B. Plan A over plan B, obviously. So with that, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm seeing 4 people currently joining live. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, guys. And if you've not liked the video, please, alhamdulillah. I don't even know what I said. What is even alhamdulillah? I think alhamdulillah is God please, or is it thank God? Well, I think I need to Google that. But yeah, please guys, make sure you like the video if you're actually enjoying the content. But if you're not enjoying it, please don't like it. It's fine. Ba wahala. All right, gold be nice, 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 gold be nice. So you guys saw what I saw yesterday. That's the line graph. It makes it look very easy. Immediately I switched it yesterday, something came over me. I'm like, whoa, this looks very clean. All those candle wick, candle bottom, candle this, double top, double headless, all those shooting star in the trash. Filter it with the line, but I execute with candle. I cannot do without candle. Trust me. I'm not saying I'm doing without. I think my network went up for a minute. I think my network went out for a minute. All right, let's pay close attention to gold. Let me even get my environment ready. Do we have any news today? Let's see if there is any news today. Any important? Okay, I see some red folder news. One is around 2, another is around 4. 2 red folder news on USD. Okay. All right. UX oil, UX oil. Let me switch over to line graph. US oil needs to trade down. It doesn't need to start going up. We don't need that, but yeah. And there is also, I want to also point out something. There is high chances that UX oil might range in this morning section. Maybe the setup on UX oil will be more matured and complete and more favorable to be traded in the afternoon section, which is what I would want to do, because of course the afternoon section is the New York section, and the market we are trying to see if the setup will be complete in the afternoon section is UX oil. That's a recipe of high volume, recipe of high impact, recipe of good money if we are right. Okay, if we are right, good money. If we are wrong, of course we will be wrong, we'll lose money, right? But I think the setup on UX oil will be more matured, more confirmed in the afternoon section, so I'm looking forward for that. So now we know we are not looking at Euro USD or British pound, so our focus right now will be on gold. Do you guys see how we are filtering out these things one after the other, right? So now our focus is on gold and BTC also. All right, BTC also, yeah, compared to the Q4 of yesterday, the Q1 of the day is reasonably okay. So if we can get, like I said, upward movement, right? If we can take out this high, let me even see the PD array. Yeah, let me see the point. So we'll be able to tell the bullish territory and the bearish territory. Okay, so price is currently close to the borderline. So the borderline, the border between the bulls and the bear is that line there. So price is at the borderline, which makes sense. So what we want is for price, if price is going to take out this high, that would bring price into the bearish territory, which is exactly what we want. Then if price is going to do that and do this, it was going to be a lot more juicy to see. All right, that's what I would envision on BTC. So BTC is here to give us the first expectation, just like I pointed out before. Is here to give the first expectation, but at least one thing that we can see from it is that it's the possibility of seeing that to still happen is there. The chances of that happening is still there. So yeah, I think largely the only guy we'll be looking at now is just gold. Every other guy is either we did not pick it or we just have to wait for the first expectation at least. So I'll be dropping you guys here on gold, and I'll be switching over to the candle chart instead of the line graph. I'll be moving you guys to the candle graph or chart. I don't know. Is it a graph? No, it's not a graph, it's a chart. So instead of a line chart, we'll be moving over to the candle chart again. And like I said, it's extremely important to see price take out that top, and that's the top I would want. And if it takes it, then maybe we can jump on it. And if later on it breaks this trend line, it increases our probability, and largely of course we'll be trying to aim for the previous day high, which would be somewhere above there. So with that said, I think I've pretty much covered the analysis for the items we have here in the watch list. Like I told you guys, if you have any currency pair you have in your heart you want us to look at, please use the chat section, drop it, and we'll look at it together. All right. Now my network is very crappy. All right, so apologies for the network that is very crappy. Apologies for that. So yeah, okay, it only makes sense that we'll see this. So you can see the Euro USD trade is coming down. If you switch over to the chart, to the candle chart, you can see that it's dropping down like it's hot. All right, which is good. So what I'm going to watch out for now is for price to start building up liquidity. I want to start seeing liquidity, and when I mean liquidity, since we will be looking at it with the line graph, I will show you guys a typical example of what I want to start seeing now. I want to start seeing this kind of move. This kind of move that I want to start seeing now. I want to start seeing this kind of move. Then maybe somewhere here we'll now see something like this. This kind of move I would want to start seeing right now. This is the kind of move, I repeat, the kind of move I would love to see right now on Euro USD and also on British Pound USD. That kind of slow move up, down, build up liquidity gradually, and the liquidity needs to be clear. It needs to be very clear. No mago, no. Is it a liquidity? Does it look like a liquid? No, that's not what we want. It needs to be clear. It needs to be clear. An example of what I mean. Look at the liquidity here. What do you see there? This is the kind of liquidity I'm talking about. Do you see what the price was doing there with the line? That's what I want. And now pay attention to what price did after taking out the last liquidity it saw. Look at it here. What do you see? Immediately after doing that, price started coming down. Hey, knowledge won't keep person. Let's switch. You see this? You see this thing I draw out here, or I drew here? Let's switch over to the candle. Do you see the candle that broke it? I'm not saying you should trade through during this time. This is not even the time I normally trade because this is the Asia section. I don't trade the Asian section, right? Just by this setup, just this guy. With this guy now, what do you see? You see the selling. That's it. It's as simple as that, my people. Well, it's not as simple as that, but the point I'm just trying to make is I'm just trying to give you guys the reason why I said I want to see this kind of move here. Just an example, right? So if I switch over to the line, you will understand it. So this stuff I showed you guys here is similar to this one here. You see how clearly they were building up liquidity, and immediately they took it out, off it went. So that's exactly what I would want them to do here. If they're able to do it and reverse, that will be nice. Remember, this is the plan B. The plan A, they did not fulfill that, so we are now going over to plan B. Let's get back to our gold trade again. As you can see, the gold trade is getting some leg up. So I'm going to switch over to candle again, but nothing exciting. So we'll still have to wait a little bit some more. We have to wait some more. Let me go get some water to drink, and don't go nowhere. I'm still here. And like I said, I'm sorry if you guys experience issues with this live streaming. My network is very crappy. I can see it lagging for whatever reason that I don't know why. Useless network providers that I'm using that will never know peace, because they are not giving me peace. Oh man, let me switch over to my MTN. I'm tired of this bullshit. Very, very shameless network. Just look at what they are doing. Just messing up with my live streaming. Just messing up with my live stream. Just messing up with my live stream. I don't know what I did to these nonsense people. Just messing up with my live stream for no reason. Let me switch over to another network, because I'm not ready to be doing this shit right here.